Flumberico SEO competition. Today I'm joined with Chris Walker, who actually won the competition. Pleased to be having you.
Pleasure to be here.
So, obviously, as being the founder of Legit, I'm going to jump straight in with regards to the SEO competition. And you did several different things from looking at it with regards to like exact match domains. There was a knowledge graph machine ID that got created, like a knowledge panel.
That might not have been, but yeah.
There was the death of Tim Flumberico, who was the founder of, obviously Flumberico, by the way, for anyone who's watching this, was a made-up term. So just talking through, what different strategies did you try to do to win the competition? And then the second question is, why did you do those as well?
Okay, so just to set the stage, so people understand the way the competition worked, was it was in Jackie Chow's advised community, and what he did was they picked a bullshit. Can I swear?
Yeah,
okay.
It's fine. Yeah.
They picked a bullshit.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay, they picked a bullshit keyword, and then like everybody in it had to register a brand new domain. So none of the parasites counted. Even in an expired domain, you couldn't use that. It had to be a brand new domain. And the goal was to, over 60 days, rank for that term, Flumberico. It's not even a real word, so I don't know the right way to say it. So that's kind of the contest. There's a lot of really good people in it. So, and I thought, what can I do? What advantage do I have? Because everybody's going to try the same things. So I grabbed the best EMD I could find, and that was the .io, because the .com, the .net, all the best ones were taken. And then what I did was I since it was a brand new keyword, I thought that you could get like obnoxious with the on-page optimization and not have to follow the traditional rules and stuff. So if you look at like the meta title, it's Flumberico, and then like the meta description is just Flumberico repeated over and over and over again. And normally, obviously, that it's not something you would do, but I thought because it's a made-up keyword that you have to just give it as much information as possible because it doesn't know what to do with that. And that worked okay. And then I thought, what advantage do I have over all these other people? And one of them was that I have a pretty big audience. So I thought I could leverage that for like click-through traffic, like actual human being click-through traffic. So what I would do was I'd like do like a YouTube live stream or something like, and things like that, and my email list, and I would send them all to that video. And then like while they were there, I would ask them to go to that site, read the whole page, and then and then come back and tell me that they had done it. So that way it looks like traffic is like real human being traffic is coming from YouTube. And on Facebook, I literally screenshotted the website and said, can you please go search this term, click only mine, read the whole page, and then come back and tell me when you've done. That seemed to make a really big difference. And I think that's like, it's like the CTR traffic that we all use, but it's like almost kind of like white hat CTR. And I figured that was an advantage I have over some of the other folks there. That worked pretty well. And then as far as links, I did, I think 20 or 15 or something like that, like cheap niche edits. Not cheap, but like not like the stuff it's the stuff that's going to rank you for iGaming or anything like that. And I did every single one of them was exact match anchor because again, I thought that I needed to be as obnoxious as possible with like the optimization because it doesn't know that term yet. So I was like making it understand that mine was the one about that, and that worked. And I did like some LinkedIn posts and some Reddit posts and a bunch of the high authority free parasite, for lack of a better term, parasite sites. That helped, and then I did a lot more traffic. I bought some traffic services too. Like I found some services on my platform that would send traffic through Facebook and through Reddit and through Pinterest. And the whole idea was not just direct traffic, but like traffic through like referral traffic, and that worked. And then the biggest one I did was a thing called Google Chrome signals. And I'm going to be perfectly honest, I don't 100% know how it works, but it has something to do with manipulating signals through Google Chrome, and that really made the difference. There was one time that jumped me like 5 pages in one day. Now, all that stuff is cool. I wouldn't do that if I was trying to do something traditional, but that seemed to work. And I spent most of the competition at number one, not just in first place, but literally at number one. So, and then toward the end, people were trying all kinds of creative stuff. One guy, like, he tried to create like an entity around it and created Tim Flumberico, which was like obviously made up person. And he created his site around that. And he was the only one that was giving me any competition. And then as it got toward the end, he tried to get creative and did like press releases and other things saying that the founder had passed away. trying to get more referral traffic from it that way, which is brilliant, by the way. That's Tyler. If he's watching, that was his idea. So I decided to capitalize on that and made a video on my own channel, like memorializing him and saying that Tim had passed away, and like showed the sites that it did and said he passed away before he was able to acquire Flumberico.io, which was mine. And so I kind of hijacked his like clever thing there, and that was kind of it. Like the biggest, I did all those different things, but the biggest thing was the traffic. I think the referral traffic really made the difference, because that was something that most of the other people there couldn't do because they didn't have the leverage for that.
Yeah, so obviously there's a few different things there that you've gone through. So you've spoke about CTR. So they've gone and searched for Flumberico. They've gone and clicked through to your site, engaged, scroll down to the bottom of the page, and then exit down and not clicked onto another result. Obviously sending signals back to Google that they've had a good, positive experience. And these are real people. This is not manipulated using like 4G or 5G proxies. This is actual real people that's got it, probably with logged in Gmail accounts. But it was interesting on the Chrome signals. What did you use for the Chrome signals? Is that a legit service that someone's doing?
Yeah, it's his name is Niles Castermans, something like that. I don't know how to pronounce it exactly, but yeah, he actually came to me months ago saying, I know how to do this thing. Can I list it on Legit? And I tried it once, and it's like it worked really well. So that was the main thing. And I should mention that the prize in this contest was like a year subscription and $1,000. I spent way more than $1,000 like on it because I wanted the ego of winning and saying that I used all these legit services to win this competition. So just full transparency. But yeah, that was probably the biggest game changer. I wish I could explain the way that service works. I don't really know that well. Like I know a little bit. I know it has to do with like referral traffic from Twitter somehow and from Chrome, but that every time I've used that, not just for this competition, but in general, it has made a big difference.
Yeah, so obviously with regards to like Nav Boost and Instant Boost, which is within the Google leak, Google are tracking every single click that comes from Chrome.
Yep.
They also track via what you was on about there with the Twitter link. It's a t.co redirect link, and that t.co redirect link through to the site, they've got data on that all day long. So if you can build up just normal Twitter ads as well can actually work. There's obviously these ad networks that you can be using. So you can send like 10,000 hits via Twitter redirects through to a URL, and that triggers something called Instant Boost. A lot of people say it's called Nav Boost, but that's Instant Boost, and it's temporary, jumps it up. Nav Boost is for longer term rankings, where when you are there, the clicks and the impressions and how long and the dwell time, the pogo sticking and stuff like that, the long term kind of clicks come up and they store it in Nav Boost for 13 months. But Twitter is a great source for referral traffic. Another big one, if you did any via Gmail, I don't know if you did a link or not, but they also track clicks via Gmail. Obviously, they've got full access to Gmail, they've got full access to Google Chrome and stuff like that. So they can see a lot more traffic than what people let on for. And yeah, like virality and CTR. A lot of people talk about CTR and have done for a long time, but not a lot of people talk about like Twitter referral traffic or Reddit referral traffic, and that's huge.
That's like the main thing in my SEO strategy right now is referral traffic.
Yeah,
and you mentioned email. Sure. That was another thing I did. We have a pretty massive email list, and I sent it to every single one of them. So not just from Gmail. So we got like direct email clicks and asked them to do it, and hopefully they like me enough that they'll actually do that one simple thing for me. So. That's classic. Another thing we have is on Legit, I can send a message to everybody's inbox on Legit, like the messages. So I did that too, and that would see the traffic coming through from Legit to the Flumberico site, and then I think that helped a lot too.
Yeah, like diversification of traffic is key. In my opinion, like I own a link building agency, and like I used to always say, link building is the #1 ranking factor, and then kind of move towards semantic SEO and making certain you're doing stuff with semantic triples and making certain that your on-page content is bang on. But for me, at present, what you're talking about there and virality and CTR is what's winning. And that's, to be fair, that's what's happening a lot in the iGaming sector. A lot of people with these parasite websites that's the main thing. What they're doing is the virality signals. But just going on then to the other, you said that you did 20 niche edits, exact match anchors.
Yep.
Was that the only type of backlinks? Did you do any citations? Did you do any pillow links? Did you do any naked URLs? Any PBNs? Any guest posts?
No PBNs, no guest post. I think the only other thing I did was I bought a bunch of, I'll post on your LinkedIn, I'll post on Reddit and that sort of thing. So not really any, I don't think I did any like Web 2.0. If I did, it was like 10. So no, the only real like heavy link building was those niche edits. It was mostly from the traffic manipulation and the niche edits.
Yeah. So with regards to the niche edits, did you not? So you didn't do any press release then or anything? Because I seen when I was searching on this must have been like other people trying to beat you out. There was quite a lot of press releases like Globe Newswire, AB Newswire, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Was none of them was you then?
No, that was other people in the competition. If you look, like there's all sorts of different parasites and press releases and search query type things ranking for that. And none of that was mine. I did like pretty much cover the entire above the fold. Like I had the #1 organic, and then I had like 3 videos ranking, and then like the rest of it was like other stuff. But no, I didn't do any of that. I considered it, but like I didn't think it was going to work. To be honest, I thought that was going to rank the news sites, and it's not my site, which wasn't the competition.
Ah, right. So if you actually ranked the AB Newswire website, or let's say Globe and Mail, that wouldn't have.
No, it had to be just your domain.
Ah, right. Okay. Yeah, that wouldn't have worked then very well. I mean, you could have done a naked. You wouldn't have, well, saying that, I would have said you wouldn't have wanted to do an exact match anchor too much, but that's exactly what you did because you wanted to theme that this is what this site is.
Right. Because it was a keyword that didn't even exist before the competition.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there was something that would show up for it, but.
So if you've got an existing site, just for any SEOs that are watching this and they're all going to go, right, I'm going to go buy 20 niche edits, exact match anchors and loads of virality. Like, I'm going to say for a money site, you wouldn't be looking to do that.
No, if this was a site that I, like a client or a big casino or affiliate site, or even my like legit, I would never do that. I got to be, one of the things I enjoyed about this competition was I got to be really unorthodox in the stuff that you could do. And a lot of people did, like the freight persona and then killing the guy off and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But no, don't do this to your client site, please.
Yeah. And then with regards to like one or two others, so we spoke about now, a lot of people went with the exact match domain route, like yourself. You went Flumberico.io. Some people went down the route of doing press releases and stuff like that. I also seen that someone went down the route of trying to rank the podcast, but are you saying that if the podcast would have ranked, that wouldn't have mattered then?
Yeah.
Ah, right. I wonder why they've done that then, because that just to see whether they could try to rank it.
Yeah, the only thing I can think is they think that that's going to help the website rank, but I don't see why it would.
Yeah.
This was like a good lesson in what parasites were the most effective, because if you look, like, other than my site and one or two others, it's all like parasites for that term. So it kind of gives you a clue onto which ones work the best. So. Yeah,
that I got a few key takeaways with regards to, let's say, AB Newswire and Globe Newswire beating out quite a lot of the other. There's about 7 different distributions that was used, and those two seem to beat all the others out for a very similar article. So then at that point you're going, okay, now I know which ones can compete the best in some competitive terms. Like it even beat out Yahoo Finance, which did surprise me, to be fair, because that normally is very powerful.
Yeah.
But is there anything else to add in there then of like with regards to the SEO competition? Is anything else that you, like a key takeaway that you thought, actually, do you know what? I'm going to try now and implement this for my actual money site? Because these competitions I find brilliant because, like you just said there, you find what distribution services are working well or what works well. But was there anything else that you think, actually, do you know what? Like, I think I should be trying to implement this, or even being slightly more aggressive on your anchor text.
Yeah, those were the two things. I think that we probably tend to play it a little too safe on the anchor text on backlinks. So I'm going to get a little bit more, not as aggressive as I was here, but like a little bit more aggressive with that. But the real one was the referral traffic. Like I kind of already knew how well that worked, but like it was like flipping the on switch to ranking basically. And again, I think that maybe that's a good way to put it, is like having an actual brand where you can leverage people to do this for you. Like a lot of that's, like I said in the beginning, that was the advantage I felt like I had over some of the other people, is that I have people that trust me and will go search this site for me, not having a clue what it means. Because, by the way, I should mention that too. The text on the website, complete gibberish. Like it's like complete nonsense, and I just had them do that. And so I think that there's an SEO advantage to a personal brand, and you probably experience this too, because you've done a very good job of that. Where just having people that can go search things and like having real human being non-CTR traffic that does that, I think is something I'm going to find a way to leverage for client sites. Now, to be clear, I would be very reluctant to share a client site and have them do that, but like I think there's probably ways I can make that work. Even like my staff, like when I do like a new YouTube video and stuff now, I have them go search it and like click it and leave a comment and watch the whole thing. So it's like manipulating real people, not manipulate, that sounds bad, but getting real people to do it, I think is probably the biggest. I was surprised how well that worked.
So do you know what? Like, what's very surprising and my key takeaway from this video in the interview with yourself is how building an actual brand. Like, so you've got a community of people that allows you to leverage that community of people to be able to help you be able to rank for certain things. But even just like, I've done this for a while now with regards to building up subreddits, building up Quora answers, building up an actual Twitter following. Go and spending, if I go and do a good tweet, go and spending $5 to boost that to specific target audience people. And then people say to me, yeah, but you're telling me that a tweet's a ranking factor. I'm like, no, I'm saying the Twitter referral traffic is a ranking factor. Yeah. And when you add up, you're getting some referral traffic from Twitter and some from Facebook and some from LinkedIn and some from Reddit and some from Quora. And then you then start speaking to some old school kind of marketers and they just go, yeah, you're just doing branding. That's what we've always spoke about. And like I come from initially from like a black hat background where I'm like trying to manipulate things and stuff like that. And I'm like, actually, if you do things well, and then you do just spend little £5 and £2 and $10 to boost certain things, do some decent infographics and boost it on Flickr and stuff like that. Like the amount of referral traffic that you can get from these different places, those clicks, and sometimes it's very surprising how little clicks you need that can make a difference for multiple platforms. Like I've done a lot of referral traffic via T.co and sent like 10,000 clicks in. But then there's other times where you only need 50 or 100 clicks and it's good enough to rank for local keywords and some like competitive finance and law firm local keywords with under 100 clicks that are real logged in accounts via Google Chrome, and then just make such a big difference where there's certain people out there doing 4G proxies, non-logged in accounts, sending 10,000 clicks in and saying CTR doesn't work. And I'm like, no, your method of CTR just doesn't work. Like if you're sending real people in who are actually engaging, who actually might, obviously this was a competition, but if you've got a real site where someone might be interested and might inquire, that's even better. The click through, spend a bit of time on your site, click on the contact form, fill in the contact form, hit the thank you page. There's no better signals than that. No. And that one conversion massively can help your rankings long term as well. So there is lots of benefits to it.
Yeah.
Say again, sorry.
Yeah, and it might pay for itself too.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah. So anyway, Chris, it's been an absolute pleasure. Obviously, there's going to be one or two other follow-on videos as well. I wanted to grab you with regards to the SEO competition specifically for this video.
Sure.
Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
So big win for you there. Well done. And I'll see you again soon.
All right. Sounds good.
Cheers now.
Bye.